Hello, everybody. I just got back from my lawyer's office, and I ended up firing her because, like I told her, I said, you had these recordings of this abuse toward me and my children, and you didn't use them. And she'd give me all these reasons of why it was my fault and how the recordings weren't good enough, and that you couldn't tell from a third-party point of view what was going on. Well, no shit. That's why they're a covert narcissist. My ex-wife was really careful about the words she used, how she used them. And I know in a recording you can't see what she's doing and all the history that comes along with those words that she's using and the implications that she's putting with them. That's the battle we're up against, man, is these people are just cunning. I mean, good enough to outdo these intelligent lawyers and these wise judges. I admit I'm a little angry right now. I had to go to the court this morning over an ex parte that she filed. That's the very thing that started this whole thing in the legal system. But they ended up continuing. I still can't go get the rest of my property. I have to go to her house to pick my son up. I have to. And I have to drop him off there. Rest assured, I won't be alone. And I will be recording. I won't even get out of my car unless it's helping put his stuff in the trunk or something. But my lawyer just sit there and told her I wanted my stuff, I wanted what I needed from her. And man, she just ringed me up and down the other like it was my fault that the recordings weren't good enough. I can't help what I can't help. I thought that's what I hired her for, was to help me prove and speak for me when I wasn't able to speak. Not to go in there and feel like I'm a piece of shit that let my son and myself down again. It's a big-ass hill to prove that you're not guilty. And that's what I was having to do through the whole relationship with her, is constantly prove stuff to her, that I wasn't doing this, and I wasn't doing that, and that I did love her, and that I give her everything, and that I wasn't a liar, and anything you can think of, I had to prove. And honestly, my faith is being tested, man. I mean, except for this morning, I will give God the glory on that, because I asked for it, not to lose. I didn't lose, technically. It's been postponed. It's been pushed off because the other one was so close together. And again, I'm not complaining a bit about her having a restraining order against me. I am fine with that. I want nothing to do with the woman. But I am now able to contact my son. I can call him, but hey, here's the catch. The only phone they have is hers, and I'm not able to contact her. So, I guess I could buy him a phone and a phone card, but who's to say she would even let him have it? Because she's all the time grounding the kids for shit, taking that crap away from them. That's one of the first things she would do, is take away the Xbox and their phones. Which on some things I agreed with, but I know how this would be used. I just get really tired of having to prove that I'm not a piece of shit. And despite what people are thinking of me, I have to prove everything, no matter what you do in this world. And I know y'all are going through the same things, or you know somebody that is. Constantly having to prove that you're not that other person. You're not the piece of crap ruining people's lives. Meanwhile, you're the one behind the scenes trying to hold everything together, trying to make people work right and work together and not be hateful and bitter with one another. And it just doesn't get anywhere. I don't know how they can not listen to these things and see and hear. But they want little snippets. That's what my lawyer told me. She said, well, because I was supposed to have hit my kid in the head with a stick and hit my other son in the knee with it. And they want the lawyer I just fired told me, well, you know what, you were gonna lose unless you had someone on recording on there saying that you didn't do it by him. He had to say that you didn't do it. Well, I didn't know I should have asked. I really didn't, or I would have said, hey, did I hit you on your knee like that? Or did I hit you in the head? I would have. But I'm sure there would have been some way to get around that. Because the recording the other day I had with my daughter where she was caught up in a lie and they proved that she was lying about Jessica hitting on her and dragging her around the house by her hoodie and knocking her down and crap. They tried to claim some family rights shit to where it couldn't be played. I mean, you have a recording here of this child admitting that this woman just abused her. And the lawyer's going, you know what, we shouldn't play this because, you know, family privilege or some shit like that. Now, how fucked up is that sorry, I'm cussing again. How messed up is that the system is set up to protect evil? And that's all it is pure evil. There is not a shred of evidence other than what she has said and pushed the kids to saying. That's it. That's all that they got. I have proof that this woman is not right in the head. Gosh, I'm getting aggravated. Sorry. I've been listening to these recordings. I got to try to get them done by tomorrow. This video is probably going to be about done, but that's aggravating me. This morning's aggravated me. My lawyer just doing that. My ex-lawyer just doing that aggravated me. I need to focus more on the positive stuff. I know I do. It's just not that I'm going to, but it would be so much easier right now to just say, you know what, I'm done. But I know how he would have to survive. He wouldn't. He's a 10-year-old boy, and he's going to be destroyed by her and her little flying monkeys. And it's a pitiful shame that the system doesn't see that crap. It's all about this. That's all it is. There is no justice in the justice system. There is no equality. There's just dollar signs. That's all there is dollar signs. Now, if you're one of the few lawyers out there and this message happens to get around to y'all and you're actually doing something, then I'm not talking about you. But I'm sure you know who I am talking about. Because I'm sure that there are some really good people out there in the justice system, from policemen all the way up to judges, that are doing their best and trying to do what's right. But the majority of them, they're not. They're just as corrupt and evil as this woman. And I think to expose her, they'd have to open up themselves to be exposed. Or they'd have to admit the hypocrisy. Because they don't care about anyone else either, no more than she does. The system's narcissistic. That's all it wants is its own supply. But I have a feeling this is going to be a long, drawn-out thing. My ex-lawyer told me, you know, when you get your visit, don't be questioning about court. Well, no shit. Why would I push this kid any more than he's being pushed? And I'm not going to waste any of my time aggravating him or myself. I'm going to enjoy my time with my son. In fact, when I went to church the other day with the baptism for my daughter, they were talking about doing a volunteer thing at another church in Dexter. That sacking beans and rice for, you know, needy families. And I thought, you know what, that would be a really cool thing to go and do. And I haven't really decided yet, but, you know, that would be cool. Just to go and get away and kind of help out. And show my son, you know, this is what we can do to help people. And there's more than just us. To look beyond ourselves. And you know what? He was a really good... He was already starting to do that. And that's one thing that aggravated my wife, or ex-wife, is that he could see beyond himself. He could be understanding of other people and how their situations were. And on a lot of levels, he was more enlightened than she could ever have been. Or ever will be. I mean, this kid would blow my mind. 10-year-old kid talking about a lot of stuff that a lot of grown-ups don't get. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm hoping that stuff in him will help carry him through. And I am looking forward to the visit. I just needed to get on here and rant a little bit because I don't know. Thank you guys. God bless.